He lays down, and he lays there, and he wasn't a Christian or a believer in God, but he thought this would be a good time to pray. He said, God, if you're real, I could use your help. About then, he hears the sound of an owl. Now, he recognized the sound of the owl because one of the camps that he had, they used to store a bunch of grain in that tent, and so there was tons of mice. And one particular owl stayed all summer at their camp, and he would get the mice from that little tent. And so when he heard this owl sound, he thought, oh, that could be the owl that I know. So what do you think he did? Even though he's exhausted, he got up. He thought, there is a slight chance that owl is at the camp. The owl had been gone for weeks, and he hadn't seen it or heard it, and so he really didn't know, but he had nothing else he could do, so he started following the sound of an owl. And he'd start to give up, and he couldn't hear the owl, and he'd start to sit down, and then the owl would make noise again, and he'd say, all right, I'll follow the owl. At one point, it was going in one direction, and so he felt kind of confident. Great, I'm making some progress. But then the sound of the owl was a totally different direction. Is that stressful when you think maybe you're on a good path, and then you hear this owl that you're following, and it's way somewhere else? Is that a good sign?